Okay, so I can see now that we are connecting to YouTube. It's gonna be any minute now.
Well, I have shared YouTube's link with you. You can share it with your friends, and you can, of course, watch the recording afterwards if you wish.
Okay, I think we're live right now, and my name is Elena Ivanova, and I'm an English-speaking tutor and IELTS-speaking coach. And today, I would like to welcome you in our speaking club session, and we'll be discussing countries. Our participants are going to tell about their countries, and it's going to be a really multicultural environment, and you will learn something about people from around the world. That's perfect. That's just perfect. And now I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I need to tell you that we are going to have two groups. One will stay with me, one will leave and be together with Miss Seville. And if any of the viewers is going to have a question, please write it down, and we're going to answer it at the very end. And as for the ones who participated today, thank you so much for joining. It's going to be just fine. And also, I'm sure that you're going to have a very brilliant experience today, and you will exchange cultures and your ideas about different cultures as well. And well, I would like to give the floor now to Seville. Seville, would you?
Thank you so much, Miss. Hi, everybody. My name is Seville Bayraktar, and I'm an English teacher as well. Well, I'm currently doing my master's in Finland, and I'm quite happy to see you among us. It's quite really good to meet you once again. If you'd like to join our further meetings, future meetings, yeah, you can actually connect us whenever you want. We will share our links with you. So I'd like to see you in our next sessions as well. And once again, welcome.
Yes, okay, so welcome. It's really nice to see you again. We're quite crowded today, so but still I would like, Chia, quickly, could you please just introduce yourself to everyone, say where you're coming from and what's your learning goal?
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Chia from Malaysia. Yeah, just nice to meet you all. And I think my learning goal is to just be able to speak fluently in English, and I'm planning to take IELTS in a month later. So yeah, kind of sharpening my speaking skill as well. Yeah, so have a great time to learn with you all. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. During this our session, I kindly ask you to keep your microphones off until it's your turn to speak, but vice versa, turn your cameras on so we can all see you on the screen. It will be making more of a connection. Okay, now Stefka, would you introduce yourself?
And my name is Stefka. I'm come from Bulgaria. That is the country in Europe. I'm living in the Bulgarian capital, Sofia. And what else? I think I love my country. There are the more beautiful places in there. We have sea resorts, we have winter resorts, and many people comes here to vacation. I think that's all for now.
Yeah, as far as I know, you are into general English. Yeah, you just want to gain fluency. You don't take any tests, any exam right now.
Sorry?
You do not take any test like IELTS or something. You're
no,
not...
No.
Okay, cool. Daniel?
Hi,
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Daniel. My surname is Rico Huerta. And actually, I am from Mexico. As I said, my main goal is learn to speak English more confident and of course as a native, so that in the future I can work or live in another country. If I can say I'm from Mexico, Mexico is located in the southern border with USA. It's a great capital, and I can recommend you for vacations. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for your invitation. Thank you, Seville, too. And I'll be here in the next meeting. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, Kamran, over to you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Kamran.
Hi, my name is Kamran and my last name is Nazarov. I'm originally from Azerbaijan, but I have been living in the US for about 4.5 years. I one time sit in the exam in 2015 and I got 7, but I'm aiming for a higher band. That's why I'm here. Let's have a bail of a time.
Sure, great. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming today, Kamran. Now we're over to Zafer.
Hello, good evening. My name is Jafer. My nickname is Zafer. It's easy to say, Zafer. Okay. I am from Turkey. I try to improve my English.
Okay, just for yourself, like, or for career opportunities, or like, what's your goal?
My goal, there are so many goals, but first, happiness. If you learn something, anything in a day, you can achieve many happiness first. I can say I have a Facebook group, maybe I created last month. I do some practice, repetition, also reading some challenge in there. I follow some of them, other groups, and we follow them. We do practice only.
Great. Okay, perfect. Thank you for joining us today. And now we are over to Malabika. Malabika, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi.
We can't see you now, though. Can you turn on your cam?
If I on my camera, my voice will not be clear. Is that okay?
Okay, we got you. Just keep talking.
Okay. My name is Malabika Kea. You can call me Kea. I'm from Bangladesh, which is a neighboring country of India. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Are you preparing for the IELTS?
I already appeared April 9th. I need 7, so that's why I am here.
Okay, so
my last score was 6.5 overall.
All right, sure. We would like to help you. Stay till the very end of the session. We will tell you how we can help you. Jonathan, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan from Philippines. My goal for now is to enhance my English skill. I don't take any exam as for now, maybe soon. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan. And the last participant for today, for now on, is Carla. Welcome, Carla. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Carla.
Sorry, not Sarvar didn't introduce. Yes, first Carla and then Sarvar. Okay, sorry, Sarvar. No, Carla, continue, please. Carla.
Did you say Carla or?
Carla.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you. My name is Carla. I am from Argentina. I am currently working as a teacher, and I am here because I would like to boost my English skills. Well, that's it.
Why do you want to learn English?
because I would like to travel and also for jobs.
For better job opportunities.
Yeah, better job opportunities.
Okay, I hear you. Thank you so much, Carla. And I think Sarvar, yes, I'm sorry, I skipped you. Sarvar, we're over to you. Sarvar?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am, for chance me. I'm Sarwat from Bangladesh. I live in Dhaka city, and I'm participating here. Reason of I want to improve my English speaking skill. I want to fluent English speaker, and I want to speak confidently and correctly. So I am there participating here, and it's a beautiful platform. I know very well you, and your arrangement definitely is tremendous job for all of worldwide English learners. And my goal, I want to achieve my goal in future. I want to be a fluent speaker. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so now I hope you've had enough time and you had some chance to look for the PDF file, to check it through and to have a look at least you know, quickly, because there was a discussion, there were some discussion questions and sample answers and the vocabulary list that could be useful for you today. And if you did your, let's say, homework, if you had a chance to look at it, I'm sure it will, today you will speak more fluently because you would have some chance to get prepared. And now I will send some of you to the breakout room. Well, let me see. If anyone would like to stay here, you can raise your hand, which is next to the reactions button. Actually, it is the reactions button, so you can just click the reactions button to stay here. Else, I will assign you just by my own wish, following my desire. So Stefka would like to stay here with me. Okay. I'd like, then, okay, Carla would like to stay here with me. I see, okay, good. All right, just give me a second, one more second. Okay, I think that I'm ready to assign. So Jonathan, Kamran, Malabika, Sarvar, Zafar, you will follow Sevil in the breakout room. Other students are going to stay here with me, and yes, and we are going to practice it in the main session. You will be able to watch your recording. You will be able to, this is an opportunity for you, so you will be able to reflect on your language and you can share it with your friends. Else, we'll see you only for the final picture part, because at the end of the session, we are going to provide you with feedback. Sivir will provide the feedback for her group, and I'm going to provide the feedback right here. So just stay tuned right until the very end. And at the end of the session, we can also tell you how you can join our speaking club, because we run our speaking club 3 times in a week, and this is one of the demo sessions that you're joining. If you want to join us and be a permanent member of the speaking club, you can also do so. Just stay up until the very end of the session. Now I'm opening the rooms. If you have no questions, okay, if you have any question, you have the last chance to ask. Else I will just, you know, send some of you to the breakout room. Okay, so the breakout room is ready. Now you will see some message popped up, and you need to click and accept the invitation to the breakout room. Okay, yes. I can see. So Danny, you will stay here. Carla, Stefka, and Chia, 4 of you will practice today with me. Probably we may have some more participants joining. That's usually a norm. Some people come a little bit late, but it's okay. We will accept them and they can continue practicing with us. So I'd like to share with you some questions. Part 1 questions. We usually follow the IELTS format questions because most of our students are preparing for IELTS and we would like to supply them with the additional practice. And most of the courses provide theory, but few courses provide practice, and we are a hands-on course, and we provide a practice, not only theory. So let's have a look at 4 questions of part 1. I call it a warm-up part, so you don't need to speak at length here. You can just simply talk at least a couple of sentences, 3-4 sentences at max. Important things that you can get your point across. Malabika, you weren't sent to the breakout room. If you'd like to stay with us, I don't mind it. If you want, normally you were you were assigned to the breakout room. Would you like to stay or should I assign you again?
Yes, ma'am, I want to stay here.
Okay, I got you. Sure, no worries. You can stay here. Okay, so have a look at the questions. You will see them, and we will go around the table, so everyone will have enough time to speak and participate. Stefka, you know everything. It's your, I think, 3rd or 4th time you've been here, and I want you to start. So just pick up one question, pick up one student, participant, and ask your question. You're on mute. You can click the microphone so we can hear you.
Okay. I want to ask Carla, where is your country located?
Question number 3, Carla, where is your country located? Carla?
Hi, well, as I said before, I am from Argentina. My country is located in South America.
Okay, can you turn on your camera? We can't really see you, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can see. Okay.
I'm so sorry. The thing is that I am at work.
No worries, no worries. So in South America, can you give some more details? Maybe what it is washed by, what seas or oceans, whatever, or what's like, yeah, you can just extend it a little bit.
Sorry?
Where is it located? What you can tell about the neighbors of your country. You can tell what seas or oceans it's washed by.
The neighbors are Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Peru. I don't know that pronunciation in English.
Peru.
Peru. And then about the ocean. Well, to be honest, I don't remember the Atlantic Ocean. Sorry, I don't remember.
It's okay, totally fine. Okay, no worries, thank you. So you live in Latin America, we understood it. Now, can you pick up a question and ask your question, I mean, the questions that are in the meeting chat, to anyone who you'd like to ask?
Yes, well, the question will be, what are some of the good and bad things about living in your country? And this question will be to Danny.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Can you repeat which question again, please?
The 4th one.
4-1.
It was, yeah, 4.
Okay. Mexico is a big city, so there are many places to visit, places where many people can meet landscapes, I don't know, weathers, many places, pyramids, etc. But I can say that there are two sides, the good things and bad things. So um, I'm gonna start with bad things. I have to mention that there's some percentage of insecurity as a result of the bad economy, the inflation, and as a result of that inflation, people has lost many jobs. So it comes with some robber situations, some insecurity situations. So I'm not saying this because I don't want to scare you, but the advantage for tourists is always as a priority for the government, and the government has the duty to protect them. So no worries. And I'm gonna tell now the good things. People are kind. People are great with the tourists, especially with tourists, as I said, and you can speak with any people. So there are many places to visit, people to meet. The nightlife are great, and as I said, there are many places like pyramids, beaches, and I don't know, the downtown center of every city. It's okay. So I recommend to try some food, some drinks, multicultural events, especially it's almost November. The greatest day or the biggest day is the Day of the Dead. So that is one of the biggest celebrations here in Mexico. So you can visit Mexico that and that point because Coco is something like that. So I recommend it definitely. So I can say that about good things, about things. So don't worry, you can visit Mexico and you have your home here with me. So that's my answer.
Okay, that was pretty extended. I thought it's part you're answering part two question.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I,
it's okay. It was really interesting to listen to you.
thank you so much.
Yeah. And today we're going to announce the session. Next week is going to be a party. It's a trigger for you, a teaser. So you can just remind me at the very end of the meeting when Seville comes back. We will tell you what sort of party we're going to have next week on Friday. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Just remind me. It's it may be related to the Day of the Dead. I can give you some hint.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. So yeah. Oh, now Tenny, you can ask your question. And by the way, Renault, we have a new participant. Renault, right? Renault, I will assign you to the breakout room. We are quite crowded now, so please accept my invitation, Renault, to the breakout room. Yes, Daniel, you can
choose.
Yes, choose the question and the participant.
Okay, I'd like to ask the question number one. Tell me a little bit about your country to my mate Chia Sen. If I pronounce well.
Yeah, correctly. Okay, you spell my name correctly. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about my country. So it is called Malaysia, and it is located at the equator, you know. So we are kind of being in a tropical country where we are having a diversity of forests, trees, and I would say animals and plants. Yeah, we are kind of rich of that. We have mountains, rivers, beaches, seas. We are kind of having everything. And I just want to highlight that one of the good things in Malaysia is that we are kind of free of natural disaster as well, because we don't have any earthquakes, hurricanes or anything. And in Malaysia, we are kind of rich in cultures and foods, I think. Yeah, that's all I want to share about my country. Yeah, maybe you can ask me more if you all would want to know
If you
more.
have any questions, you guys feel free to ask, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, culture and food.
And in
I can
terms
ask
of
another.
weather, yeah. Yeah. Anything?
Daniel?
The best year, the best month or time to visit your country?
What's the best time to visit your country?
The best scenes, right?
The best time. The best time of the year, I guess. In
What's the
winter,
best time?
in summer, which season?
Because we don't have 4 seasons, right? We are just having a hot and humid climate. I would say, yeah, I think like because we got a multiracial, we are a multiracial country. Actually, we will be celebrating, like for me, for Chinese, we will be celebrating Chinese New Year at the end, at the early of the year. I think it's on January. Yeah. If let's say we are having Malays as well, they are having their festival on May. So we are kind of having our festivals all the way around because we have a diversity of ethnics, I would say. Yeah, we got Chinese, Malay, Indian, and those minorities of the ethnics. Yeah, I would say it's not consistent. Yeah, because we have kind of a rich culture here. If for Chinese, then you can come on in January, I would say.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem.
You can choose your question and address it to either Stefka or Bakir or Malabika. Choose someone and choose the question.
I will choose Bakir.
Carla is done as far as I see. Yes, Carla is not here. I can't see her now. Okay, maybe she will be connected back.
So, yeah, I will ask Bakir. So, which part of your country do most people live in?
Sorry, like most of the people where they live? It was your question?
Yeah, which part of your country do most people live in? Maybe in the cities or in the countryside, or I'm not sure.
Maybe in southern, eastern part, western part, I mean, in terms of the location, maybe in the central part, which is more populated in your country. For example, in my country, if you missed it, or maybe I didn't mention it today, I'm from Russia, and the central part and the southern south of the country is more populated due to the climate. It's almost impossible to live in the Siberia and this part of Russia because it's pretty cold. I mean, it's terribly cold, I should say. So probably your country is not evenly populated. So what's the population like? How is it?
Okay, I got your questions. Yeah, I'm from Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is a very populated country. We have more than 165 million people, and I think Dhaka is our capital, and it has a long, dense people here. Almost 3 million people are living in the Dhaka. And this is the most dense city in the country, I think so, and it's very populated, and also like all of the administrative and all of the opportunity, most of the opportunity people get from the Dhaka because it's our capital and this is the central part of my country.
Okay, thank you. And I think you're a friend of Sarwar, aren't you?
Yeah.
He invited you over, right?
Yes.
Are you relatives?
Yeah.
Are you friends or relatives?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Are you friends with Sarwar or relatives? We have a student here right now, Sarwar. Are you? Did he invite you?
Oh, no, you invite me.
I invited you. Okay. Because we have another Sarwar who is in the breakout room right now. So he's also from Bangladesh. I thought he invited you over. So
no. Yeah, you invited me. I really appreciate that for having me here.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's move on back here. We have Malabika who hasn't spoken yet, so ask her a question. Malabika, wait a second, where is she from? Malabika, Bangladesh as well. Yeah. So there are 4 questions. Can you see? I think you probably can't see them in the meeting chat. Let me send again. Check the questions and ask.
Okay. Okay, I'm asking her, like, what are some of the good and bad things about living in your country?
That's a really tricky question, isn't it? Yes. Malabika?
Yes, thank you for your question. As I'm from Bangladesh, and Bangladesh has obviously both sides, both good and bad things. Beside them, actually, I want to say about our culture and the weather things, as we have 6 seasons in our country, and it is really very helpful for our cultivation, as we are a land of cultivation. And if we say about the bad things, I think traffic congestion is the most prominent thing and most prominent problem in our country. So these are the things, good and bad things in my country.
Okay, so apart from having good 6 seasons, well, what negative things you can mention then? So having good 6 seasons, I guess this is a lot, and probably it has some impact on the economy or mood of the people to have such diverse season. But what about bad things? Can you mention something or?
Yes, I mentioned about the traffic congestion. That is very much, yes, that's a very much problem. And I think it is growing day by day. So this is the bad things in my country.
Okay, I see. Not only in your country, I think many countries these days have similar issues. Thank you so much. The first part is over. Now we are moving on to talk about something produced in your country. So this part will give you an opportunity to speak about your country at length. You'll be talking for 1.5 to 2 minutes, and you will have to make up a story. So of course you have the questions right in front of you, but I really do not suggest you that you follow them and answer them precisely. Just develop a story. That's your task. So it's not going to be like your country, what your country produces. Okay, my country is like my country produces cars. What it is used for, the cars, we drive cars. So I don't want you to follow each of the questions because it will not help you develop your answers, but storytelling technique will always help. So I spoke, I think, quite enough. Maybe I gave enough time for you to prepare. If anyone is ready now, you can just raise your hand. I'll see that and you will go first. So talk about something produced in your country, such as a type of food or handicraft. You should say what it is, what it is used for, how it's made or produced. And by the way, the ones who view us live, you can write your sample answers in the comment section, and we will help you checking it right after the session so that you can have your answers checked by us. I think it's a good opportunity for you. So if you're watching us live or if you're watching a recorded session, you can leave the comment below and we will be happy to read it and to correct your mistakes after the session. And the questions are sent, all the links will be attached, all the questions will be attached also to the description of this video. You will be able to see it, okay? So, right. I think I gave enough time to prepare for everyone while talking to the audience. So, okay, I think Chia, you seem like cool, and I think you seem like ready. We can start with you if you don't mind, Chia.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about a type of local food, which is kind of being produced in my country. I mean, it's kind of unique, you know, it's called lemang. So it's actually like, yeah, putting in certain type, a special type of rice, and you actually steam it in a bamboo, you know, and I think the rice is a glutinous type of rice. It's a bit sticky, and actually, if after you're steaming it, and when it is cooked, and you can actually taste, mix it with our curry paste, and it actually tastes quite delicious. You know, I'm actually fond of it, and I would recommend it to all of you as well. So let me tell you a little bit more about this special food. I think that it's such a unique type of combination, and yeah, if you were to come to Malaysia, I would definitely recommend it to you. It's kind of a Malay culture, I would say, because in the olden days where they don't have stove, I mean the electric stove, they actually use the fires to they actually set up the fires, and yeah, steaming is kind of one of the ways for them to cook. And actually that is kind of unique as well for the rice, you know, because it's heated up in the bamboo, and it actually give a unique type of taste, you know. And I think, yeah, that's all I want to share with you about that. Yeah, in future, if you were to come here, I would definitely recommend this type of local delicacy to you all. Yeah, it's a special type of food of my country.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. You've spoken almost for 2 minutes. You've had like 15 seconds left, 15 to 20 seconds left, which is cool, which is perfect. So timing was to the point. As for your answer, I'll give you some feedback at the very end. So please be patient and wait till the end, okay? Now we are over to who would like to go next? I think Malavika wants to go next. You're usually quite initiative student, so let me give you a chance to speak.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm ready when you are.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Off we go.
Bangladesh is an agricultural country, so I should talk about the food crop in our country that is produced each and every month of the year. I want to mention about rice as a food crop, and that is our main food of our country, and it is grown all over the year, and we are too much dependent on it. Usually, we take 2 or 3 times this is as a meal, and besides this, nowadays we used as a not only for food material but also used as a kind of clothing also. And I think in future we will export this food crop if when we are self-sufficient to grow this food material. And this food crop rice is grown from paddy, and it is mostly needed that kind of weather which is present in our country. As I said before, Bangladesh has a beautiful weather, and it is a subtropical weather, and the whole 6 season help the farmer to grow the paddy, the food crop. As I said before, that paddy is the main food of our country, and with the help of paddy, we grow rice, and with the help of rice, we eat different kinds of food items. like biryani and other items, which is popular in our country. This is the thing I produce my country.
Thank you. Let me check the time. Yeah, it was time. It was time. So yeah, you had just maybe 5 seconds left. Very nicely done. So timing is perfect. So we will talk a little bit more on your how you develop the topic at the very end of the meeting. Next one, I would like to go for Daniel. Daniel, would you mind if you ask
Yes.
to speak? Okay, off we go.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, as I said, I'm from Mexico, and things that I can say about my country. Well, for food, you can try when you planning to visit Mexico. You should definitely try new foods. There are multicultural kind of food or kind of dishes. So you can try some seafood, Mexican food, and as part of the culture, you can try the suppliers like beers, tomato, chili peppers, and drinks. Especially popular here are tequila, natural beer, no industrial beers, not just natural. And about places, there are many places to visit. As I said before, um, the more activities are in the north, in the Mexico, the northeast of the Mexico. So in the north, you can visit places to meet new places like pyramids, especially Teotihuacan is the largest pyramid in Mexico. And near to Mexico, there are many beaches. I think the most popular is Cancun. Is the one of the, I don't know, it has many places to visit. There are many islands. So you can travel there by ferry or by boat, and at the same time you can see, like I said, pyramids in the lands. Don't forget to visit the places in the downtown. As I said before too, in December, there's a turning point to find a place to stay because the hotels are in the max. So also you can
Okay, it's time. Thank you, Daniel. Well,
by Airbnb.
Sorry, I think your connection got cut, so it's time. Thank you so much, Daniel. Just be careful with the question. It asked you to talk about something produced in your country, and you kind of expressed yourself at length. It's good, just the task wasn't to talk about places to visit. And it's better if you pick something one and go in depth. Talking about one topic. So because that tests your part to test your ability to go deep into describing something, one thing usually, not many. So if you go for drinks, describe which drinks you produce, tequila, natural tequila, whatever you have, or some, I don't know, spices. Yeah, Mexico is usually famous for its spices. You could go for describing this, okay? Yeah, so this is my short feedback. For more deeper one, you should stick with us till the very end of the meeting. Next one, we are going to Stefka. Stefka, please. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
I want to tell you about our national food, yogurt. This is maybe Bulgaria is most popular in the world for the yogurt. That is the special dish for our country. I wrote that in Japan know how to produce in Japan yogurt. The yogurt is make from milk. Maybe it's could be cow milk. Oh, I forgot the name, the animal, but they are known.
Lamb? Not lamb.
Yeah, lamb. Yes, yes, lamb.
Lamb is a kind of, wait a second, sheep. Yeah?
Sheep.
Lamb is meat of a.
Yes, sheep. Yes. The yogurt is made when the boil the milk and put a little bit of bacteria, lactose bacillicus, and cover maybe the milk, and it have to be stay 3 or 5 hours in hot, and it's the way the yogurt is ready. When you're traveling in Bulgaria, you can see in little village the grandma sit on the street with jar with the yogurt. They sell the yogurt.
Okay, great. Time's up. As for timing, so you even exceeded 2 minutes. So you forgot the word. I helped you. That's why probably you missed this. You exceeded it a little bit. So the last sentence maybe could conclude all your story. Anyways, let's move on, and the last for today is Bakir. Bakir, part 2 question is there for you, please.
Well, I'm talking about the jute industry of Bangladesh. The jute industry is historically and culturally important industry of Bangladesh. Once it was a first export jute product to other countries, and it had fallen after 1970 years, and because of diversity of products, without I mean people instead of using jute products, they used to use plastic or other products. But recently, the last 10 years, I noticed that in Bangladesh, the jute industry is growing up day by day, and many industrialists and young generation, they are working on it, how to they improve jute industry, and there is various products of jute, and like bags, convention crafts, and like some of design of home for home, and there are also various items of jute items, and it has so many opportunity, especially for rural areas women, because they can work in jute industry, and they can work on it, and they can earn their daily basis money, so that they can live a good way. And but my wish, I also work on it, so that I can establish an jute industry. For that, I'm working on it, and I hope so that the jute industry will be a so impact in our country of economy and also for unemployed people in the future?
Okay, let me check the time. Yeah, perfect. 15 seconds were left till the end of your speech, so timing is just fine, just great. And now that means, as everyone has spoken, that means that we're moving on to part 3 questions. You are going to have a two-way discussion. You will ask some of your friends here, some of the participants, the questions you will pick up and address and discuss it together. So there are 5 questions. Have a look at the questions, choose one of them to discuss. One will ask the question and the other person will respond, and then you will agree or disagree on your partner's opinion. So who would like to start? Who wants to ask the question?
Me.
Malavika. Okay, Malavika, choose a partner to discuss the question.
Number 1, what are some of your country's leading food products?
Who would you like to discuss this question with?
I should go for Danny.
Danny, okay.
Yes, the question 1 is, what are some of your country's leading food products? Leading.
Leading means like most important food products, like spices, for example. I know that Mexico is famous for its spices. Maybe this is one of the leading food products. You know better, of course.
Okay, very good. Well, there are many products, and I think that one you said is one of the most important. But I think that avocado is the most important because it exports. It has a great impact for people who work in the farm. So I believe that is the most important, and I hope in the future. I agree that the industry, made foods by industrial process, but I rather prefer to work in the old way, in the farm way. So I believe that's important, and without it comes with all the rest of the food that are produced here in Mexico. So that's my answer.
So avocado.
Mm-hmm.
Is the main food product. Okay, actually there is nothing to, you don't need to agree or disagree, Malavika. You can only answer this question on your own. You can just say what leading products are there in your country, Malavika.
Okay.
Malavika?
So
yes,
sorry?
You have answered, Danny. You have answered. Now Malavika needs to respond something to you. So it would be nice if you could connect something to yours. Peer's answer. You can say, okay, thank you for your response, and then continue.
Okay, thank you so much. Should I choose another part?
Malavika, you should say something now about the same question, Malavika.
Ma'am, I can't understand what you're saying. Sorry.
So Danny gave his response. He told us about avocado. Now your turn to respond.
The feedback, what he said.
Yeah, exactly. You need to say something about his speech.
The question was, what are some of our country's leading food products? It is plural. He said about only one thing, avocado, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're not supposed to give him feedback. You're supposed to answer to the question. What are some of your country's leading food products?
Okay. There are lots of things that leading our food products. Among them, rice, wheat, and types of fruits. which leads our food products in our country. Um, these things are mainly used of our types of food making. So obviously, it leads our country's food habit.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let's discuss another question. So maybe Bakir, you got the idea. You can choose the question, choose the peer who you would like to discuss this question with.
Yes, yes.
Bakir, you can choose someone and choose the question. Thank you, Malabika.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
So I'm asking Sin Jen, right? Sia Jen.
Chia.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Chia. Yeah, okay.
Chia or
Okay.
Chia?
Chia.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Chia.
if
I
I made
think
No, it's
mistake.
okay.
chia seeds. Yeah, there are chia seeds.
Okay. Oh, the chia seeds, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember my name? Okay. Yeah, and which question do you want to discuss?
Okay, now I'm asking, do you think it's essential that a country is sufficient in food? Number
Yes,
3.
definitely. For number 3, right? Yeah, yes, absolutely. So I think that a country needs to stand on their own. You know, they need to be independent in terms of having enough of food supply for their own, so that they would be not so depending on other countries by importing foods from other country as well. So I think that as a country, we need to be self-sustainable in terms of having adequate food supply, because as you know that nowadays there are a lot of like natural disasters, right? Like floods, droughts, that actually makes the crops I mean, like, that destroy all the crops, and it will be harder for the farmers to get a higher yield of crop, get a better earnings. So I think that, I mean, as a country itself, we need to actually ensure that our citizens get enough of food supply for the case that if we couldn't get food from the other country. So I think it is very important for this case.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Bakir?
So how about you? Okay.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, thank you. I extremely believe that as a country, we should be very careful about our food industry. Like if we have to import any goods or foods from any country, so it is not good sign for our country, because if we import any goods, so we have to pay more money, and the price hike would be very high whenever we import any goods. But if we can produce any goods for our country, and it will be very available, and the price will be very low than import goods. So always I prepare that we should produce more foods, and so that all of the people of our country, they can easily get the products within a like available price, because climate impact and price hike, and due to economic inflation, so it's growing up day by day. So that's why uh, uh, we should be very careful so that we can produce more foods in our country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. Great. Now, I think, Stefka, it's your time to choose the question and discuss it with your partner, with anyone you would like to. Stefka, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do you think the globalization of industry and commerce is good? With who?
who would like to?
Good, Bakir.
Okay.
Bakir, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
you're
you,
lucky today, huh? Bingo.
Yeah. Okay, I really appreciate that. Okay.
I think the fifth question, do you think the globalization of industry and commerce is good?
Okay, yeah, I personally believe that the globalization of industry and commerce is really good. Like whenever we can access to any country and we can export and import all of the goods to other countries. So this is a good sign for any country in that way. So like there is a diverse market, like so any country, then whenever they produce any products, they can sell their products to the other country. So if I produce any new products, I can launch or I can sell these products to other country. So in this way, this is good for globalization, like global market to catch a buyer and seller. And it would be a great opportunity for economy and for a good relation with the other country people. And yeah, this is a good for us to be there. I'm done. I don't know about
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You can simply, you don't need to say I'm done. You can say, what do you think? Stefka, what do you think? That
with this, I'm agree, but I think it's not good for the people. I think maybe in the food, they put the things, the junk that is not good for the health, people health, and when you bring especially banana from the tree, you take it green and put some chemicals to bring fresh to come from Malaysia to Bulgaria, for example. I think she's not good for the food and for the people.
Okay, if you don't mind, I want to add comments of you that like whenever we do export and import any goods, especially food industry. So in that case, like for example, if I export
yes, maybe yes, you I think okay, you're right answer, but for me, for banana, it's an example. If you make some thing that I can't produce in Bulgaria, but you export in Bulgaria, that is the problem for me. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I got your point.
I can make.
You said that like.
I can make the croissant, for example. But you want and export in Bulgaria croissants. Do you understand? And they are take to many time, and you put in croissant some kind of chemical to stay fresh this croissant. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand you. Okay, so
and
like whenever
you make a money, that's for part of globalization industry. But the my croissant, maybe I cannot buy you if you look you look some good good for good for me. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay, I got your point.
That's all. That's my opinion.
Okay, you can agree to disagree, guys. You can simply
no, actually
agree. Yes, Bakir, last
yeah.
final word.
Yeah, my point is that whenever we do export and import, especially in food industry, so in customs procedures, so we have to submit some documentation. For example, if I export these goods to your country, so in your country there is an institute. We will check like products, and they will test, and there is some documentation process. In that way, if they find any like a chemical, or like the product is not good, and they can reject this foods to my country. I mean, like especially for food industry, there are so strict laws, strict regulation, rules and regulation authorized by the customs procedure.
Yeah, okay. You can agree to disagree. So you're looking from the business perspective, Bakir.
Yeah, right.
And you are saying that it's profitable for both parties. And Stefka just says that it lowers the quality anyway, because croissant won't be fresh, or cheesecake that is imported won't be as fresh as it's freshly baked in the morning in your local market. That's what she says, because eventually there is going to be some conservants to keep them fresh, to keep it sustainable.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, she's right.
So I mean, these conservants are fine, they are edible, but if you consume them on a daily basis, it may have some side effects on your body, of course. So you should mind this too. That's what Steph is trying to say. Thank you, guys. Wow, you were really, you had really hot discussion and debate, I would say. That was the final part. Yeah, the final part was really engaging. Thank you. So you can also, guys, discuss it in more engaging way if you'd like to, if you feel like doing so. And if this, if you like this, also, if you want us to do some more like debate style meetings, we can also do so. We can add them. I mean, we can add them to our plan. We will also share the feedback part. You can add your ideas to the form in the feedback. Any ideas are welcome. And we also have Patreon account that can help us give you more knowledge, more opportunities to speak if you become our patrons. So we can, of course, be more motivated to prepare some and set some additional meetings for you. So let's move on to the feedback part. I personally, I'm pretty, Malabika, I think she had to leave, so I can send her the written feedback then at the end. I can start with Daniel. Daniel, you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. Okay. We have you managed to express yourself, and especially for part one, you talked at length and very extended, and even it exceeded my expectations and general standards of the part one questions. It's usually like 3-4 sentences, a warm-up part, but you really made it really extended, which is quite fine, because we also value here, multicultural and cultural integration, and we are all from different parts of the world, so it was quite interesting for us. So you made some mistakes in part pronunciation mistakes, I would say. You pyramids, you say like this, you have Mexican pyramids. The first syllable is stressed, pyramids. I've never heard the way you pronounce this one. I've never heard, I think it should be wrong, okay? The way I heard it, it was pyramids all the time. The other mispronunciation was multicultural errands. I think you said errands something. The errands, we have this word, but multicultural, I think cultural, you say something like that, right? It's more like
Right.
you pronounce it more like you. Can you say it's multicultural? Multicultural. Can you pronounce it now? Multicultural.
Multicultural. Multicultural.
Okay, that's better now. Yeah, and you said I'm just trying to. Okay, yeah. I think that was fun. Overall, you used lots of great vocab like inflation, insecurity, robbers. I try to avoid very standard language like bad and good. You said bad things, bad economy. You can say poor economy. It's also bad. Yes, poor economy instead of bad. So try to find synonyms. They will make your speech better. Try to include some idiomatic expressions, because I couldn't hear today in your speech any idiomatic expressions. For part 2, I think the timing was okay. Yes, the timing was quite fine. But as I've mentioned already, you don't need to jump from topic to topic. If you start talking about drinks, then continue and go in depth talking about drinks. Don't switch to the other to other subjects like places to visit in your case. Sometimes I couldn't get your pronunciation at all. You said Cancun or something. Maybe it's something special related to your country. Cancun, lands, islands. Maybe I just couldn't get you there. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes. So all in all, you managed to speak at length, which is what we are looking for. You just need to make your statement more coherent. Develop a story. Develop a story. You can say, you can talk for your experiences here. Yeah. Part 2 can rely on your experiences. So talk about food. You can say, well, personally, I'm by no means an expert. I don't know much about this topic, but I believe that Mexico is rich for its drinks and spices. And I can tell you about spices today. So we have, and then you name the spices, and then you can go for how they are produced. You can say, for example, my uncle is working in a factory which produces spices, and then develop a story. Once I went to this factory and it was like this and that. And at the end, you can just finish it up, finish your story. Yeah, so, all in all, spices contribute a lot to our country's economy.
Okay.
So you can end up like that. So do not jump from one topic to another. Again, I warn you. As for part 2, just give me a second. Part 2. Part 3, sorry. As for part 3. Okay, I wrote it here. So you started talking about avocado. So again, try to connect your speech a little bit more. What was your question again? Leading products.
Yes.
Again, leading food products. Okay. Okay. So again, you had to repeat yourself. So in part 3, you shouldn't rely on your personal experience. You should talk more general, analyze. Imagine you are kind of sort of an expert. You should be able to express, of course, your opinion, but also you should be able to express some trends. Yeah, so you could be a little bit more extended. You could be a little bit more extended, and don't forget to add some arguments, because I didn't hear some arguments. Like, okay, leading food products, great, but like, why do you think it's so? Maybe it's due to your, maybe it's due to your weather conditions. Yeah, you could talk about seasons. You could touch on some other subjects of economy and geography related to your country. Okay, we have another group coming. Okay, guys, I would like you to listen to our feedback now. We just started. So, Daniel, do you have any questions about your feedback part?
No, just can I ask something fast?
Of course, yes.
Can I structure my answer just like an essay by saying a little introduction and extend the answer and the final sum up something fast, or just like you say, the structure, the order?
Well, usually, if you ask for the structure, yes, usually you can start. As for part two, you can say what you're going to talk about. You can just have an introduction part, 1 to 2 sentences, say what you're going to talk about. Maybe you have a pre-story to what you're going to talk about, and then you talk about body part, and then conclusion. Part 2 is very relevant, really related to an essay. So imagine you're writing an essay, just use more colloquial, more spoken language.
Very good. Thank you.
Part 3 also, you can sum up at the very last sentence. You can just sum up your points of views. Okay, so yeah, these are my takes on this subject, or this is my view on blah blah. Okay. Did I answer your question? Should I move on?
No, that's all. Thank you so much.
If you have any more questions, you can text me. I would love to respond to any of them.
Okay. Thank you.
Malabika left, so we will move on to Bakir. Bakir, are you around? Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
It was your first event. Thank you for joining. It was great. I should tell you, for the first time, you could keep up very well. You could understand. Your comprehension is quite strong. Listening skills are quite strong. So you need to work on developing structuring your sentences better. Sometimes you make some grammatical mistakes, but it's totally fine. And like for part 2, let me remember, you were talking about rice. You started to run out. I'm sorry, Fakir, it's Malabika's part, sorry. You were talking about
jute industry.
Sorry?
Jute industry. I said about jute industry.
Which industry?
Jute.
Can you type it for me? Because this is what I couldn't get, and I'm checking now.
That means jute. J-U-T.
Okay.
Jute, yes, jute industry, yeah.
Okay, yes, I got you now. So yeah, you gave some story when it started, in 1970s, I guess it started, and you talked about the plastic and how it got developed in the past 10 years, and day by day it's getting more and more developed. So that is quite, in terms of the structure, it's good. Just you need to focus, as I said, on sentence building, because sometimes your sentences are not clear enough, and pronunciation. Sometimes you mispronounce some words, and this causes some, it's really hard sometimes to follow what you're saying, just because I can't really understand what the word you're saying, yeah. And this kind of, when I don't get it, all the sense just vanishes for me. But all in all, it was really good, well-developed answer for part 2, and I think you spoke on, and you could even talk more. So you had like maybe 20 seconds left, so the timing was also great. For part 3, you also had a well-developed response. You use some great phrases like "I strongly believe," so you know how to introduce your ideas. How to argument, and that's really great. And you give good reasons, so you have some rationale behind your answers. That's really great. As for pronunciation, for instance, I couldn't understand you about. You said rules. I like roles. It's rule.
Rules. Yeah.
Yeah, rules.
Rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was really good especially for the first time. So please keep coming for free or not, doesn't matter for us. Keep coming. You have some room for improvement. You will just catch up with us, and I believe you will fit our community really well. So just keep coming.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I think I should.
We can surely address your needs. I can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now back here, that's what I have for you. Now we are moving on to Chia. Chia, are you there? Chia?
Yes.
Yes. Great. You use quite advanced grammar and vocabulary. I have already mentioned it, I remember. For example, you like to use passive voice. It's called, it's located in, etc. Though you have some grammar inaccuracies. For instance, you were talking about, I think, was it that you who said some, yeah, I think Daniel asked you about which season of the year it's better to visit your country. And you said that you have some festival on May, it should be in May. That's what I surely could pick on. And yeah, rather than that, you talked really fluently. You have a well pace of the speech, natural well pace. You use high order vocabulary like diversity, ethnics, minorities, region, culture, and food. But some grammar inaccuracies, they still persist in your language. For instance, you tend to use present continuous tense when it's not really relevant, like diversity of animals and plants. You were talking about your country, and then you said having. So we're having everything. We have everything. You don't need to say continuous. You don't need to use continuous form here. And another example, I think you said in part 3. Which will not so depending on other countries, which will not, I think you meant, will not make you depend on other countries or be so dependent on other countries, not depending, dependent on. Yeah, so it will make you, but the other way around, you said self-sustainable. It will make your country self-sustainable. So you kind of kind of screwed it, but then later you said self-sustainable, which lifted your advanced your speaking and showed that you know how to build up sentences, and you know really high order vocabulary, which was great. Sometimes your pronunciation also is not clear to me. I think you said you were talking about natural disasters, and you say disasters, or how do you pronounce this word?
Disasters, right? No.
The sound, disaster.
Oh, it's a Z sound. Okay, disasters.
All right, yes. And were you talking about bamboos?
Yes.
Yes. Can you? How do you pronounce this word?
Bamboos.
Oh, bamboos. Right. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but I circled that word. Maybe you mispronounced it once, but I got you there that you were talking about bamboos. But I just was not very clear to me. I wanted to clear it up. And part two was really great. You talked in details. You picked up one. So you talked about rice, and you really gave deep details about that. And you developed your answer really well. So you need to purify your grammar, and of course you can develop your vocabulary resources, lexical resources, and if you keep coming, you will surely develop it. And Stefka, now I'm over to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any questions, please text me after the session. Stefka, well, I can see that you are improving. I don't know if you've checked the PDF file that I shared with the questions, and you maybe had a look and checked the unknown words, and you understood all the words. But today, you could follow. It's a great improvement for us, because on your first session, it was a bit hard for you to follow and even to understand some of the questions. Today, you didn't have any difficulties. And even the question about globalization, you managed to talk about it, you managed to understand it, which is, I consider, as a great step up in your language. And great. Of course, you are still struggling to express yourself. You don't have enough vocabulary to talk about some, complex topics. It's natural. You're intermediate level student, but still we can understand what you're talking about, so you can express yourself. Sometimes, yes, you may forget some words, but still you can be clear to us, and your pronunciation is clear to us. So just work on your general English, work on making your sentences clear to people, and enrich your vocabulary. So this is what you should work on: clear grammar, advance your vocabulary. So you need to have enough vocabulary to express yourself. And today, I think your fluency also got better. You didn't speak that, we didn't have to wait.
Sorry, I can see the last question, last sentence.
Your fluency got better. Your fluency, your pace. You, at the first lesson, I remember you were coming, and you said that your speech was a bit too slow. Today it was not that slow. I think that was you paced yourself. You managed to speed up.
Okay, thank you.
Keep coming. I can see improvement already, and
thank you very much.
I'm really happy
thanks to you.
Okay, yes, this is the best thank you. That when I see your improvements, it's the best thank you for us. Now, let me check if we have any questions from the audience. I don't see any questions, and it's about 90 minutes. We are live already. Well, I would like to take to thank people who are watching us live, or who will be watching the recorded event. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. If you would like to become a member of our club, you're always welcome. Follow us on social media. All the links will be attached, and we would love to have you over, and would love to see you among us in the meeting. I would like to give the floor to Ms. Seville. She will also say goodbye, and then I will ask you, the rest of you, to stay for a picture time.
Thank you so much, Ms. Elena. Well, everybody, it was a great session for me. I hope you also enjoyed. As just Ms. Elena said, we are looking forward to seeing you among us. If you'd like to join our future sessions, well, we're always here to accept you, and of course send you the links. Thank you so much. And if you have any kind of questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. So that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, so let me just say goodbye and stop the live stream.